Hi, and welcome to episode 1 of this survival guide for Valhelsia 3, which is an amazing mod pack for Minecraft 1.16.5. We're going to do a kind of how-to let's play getting started guide and cover a lot of the mods in this mod pack over the next several episodes. So let's just jump in and get started. We're going to create a new world. We'll put it on hard mode. And let's give it a seed so you guys can join if you want to on your own. We'll call it Valhelsia 3 Survival Guide. Let's see what we get. We're going to leave the world type biomes aplenty. A lot of people like to turn that off to vanilla because it just gets to be a bit much, but we're going to leave it on here just so we get the full Valhelsia experience. We'll click Create New World, and we'll fast forward through this process as it'll take a few minutes. Be right back. All right, here we are at 6 a.m. and we are here in our brand new world. This is me with my Akashic's Tome, which is a book of books. You get all of the most of the mod books. We won't go through them because we have things to do. It is day 1 and we need to find a place to live. Let's grab a few of these food items we see here and break a tree. And while we're doing that, let's kind of talk about what it is we're going to be doing here. What I was thinking is, Valhelsia 3 has like 260 plus, maybe 280, I forget the number, mods. A lot of them are really big content mods. We can't possibly get through them all in a beginner guide. What I'm thinking is we'll just do like a 100-day concept. We'll spend 100 days. We'll see how far we can get in 100 days. We're not going to do this like this meme of 100 days in Minecraft where I condense it all into a single video. Maybe we'll break it into some reasonable amount of time, 5 or 10-day chunks over a series of videos. I will edit them down, so you're not going to have to watch all of those hours of gameplay. But yeah, that's what I think we'll do. But the first thing we need to do is find a place to live. What are we dealing with here? This is a terrible spawn from the looks of it. Let's start with creating a crafting table. It looks like we're going to need a boat. We're going to need a bigger boat. And we're going to need, let's make an axe. Pick up our crafting table. Oh, hello, owl. 2 owls. Okay. Now, it didn't look super friendly down there to the south. I see snow. But let's jump in our boat and take a peek. Yeah, that does not look... So it's not actually an island, but these are highlands, and this doesn't look this bad on the map, but that is up pretty high, pretty unfriendly. Let's head west. So I've played a lot of Valhelsia 3. I've been playing it for over a year, and I've started a lot of worlds. So I've kind of got a routine I go through at the beginning, and I thought it would be cool to put that in a video format. I've even written a guide that a lot of people have used, kind of the top 20 things or 25 things to do when starting out with Valhelsia 3. Though I've never done a video series on it. There's some land over here. But the first thing we need to do, obviously, is find a place to live. There's a shipwreck under us. So let's see if we can find a village, because villages have some good stuff in them, especially in Valhelsia 3. There's some extra types of villagers that appear. We'll see if we can find some of them. Maybe we can find some Valhelsia structures. What is this? Is this a mushroom biome? Mushrooms? Okay, this is rare. This is a pretty rare thing. That is a mungus from Alex's mob. Alex, oh, there's a creeper. Creepers are not supposed to spawn inside of mushroom fields. Maybe it was like just outside it when it spawned. The only mobs that are supposed to spawn here are cows and munguses. But this would be a really interesting place to set up initial base. It'd be safe, nothing spawns here. There looks like a Blue Skies gatekeeper house over there. let's do this. Let's make some bowls. And with these bowls, we can get mushroom stew from these cows. If you use a bucket, you give you milk, but if you use one of these, if you use a bowl, you get stew. Now, something else we can do with this stew is we can, these munguses, which I don't think serve much of a purpose, but they do like mushroom stew, and if you feed 2 of them, they'll breed. So there's that. Very sus. Okay, let's head over here. So yeah, there's that. So that is the Blue Skies mod. It adds 2 dimensions to Valhelsia. And the gatekeepers who live in those houses have portals in them, and you buy basically flint and steel from them, special ones that light their portals, and you can go to those dimensions. So we'll go and see him when we are ready to visit another dimension. I don't think that there's anything useful otherwise for him, and it's already halfway through the day. Let's take another look at the map. It's starting to look friendlier over there. So, I like to find a kind of a big plains biome to create a base in if we can. That's the thing about biomes of plenty is you get a bunch of, they're beautiful, but you get a bunch of little small biomes. And let's go up here. It's starting to look nasty in there. You get a bunch of little small biomes which are loaded up with stuff, but it is fun to look at. Okay, if we head in here, I mean, look at these trees. This is just really cool. This is a rainforest mountain biome. And the other thing about biomes of plenty that, in my experience, it replaces the vanilla biomes, and it's hard to find them. So we might regret this a little bit when it comes time to needing something like cactus for green dye, which is important for slime, which is very hard to find in Valhelsia 3. Slimes just don't seem to spawn. The slime chunks don't seem to exist. I've rarely seen slimes in Valhelsia 3. Okay, there's a ruined nether portal, or a nether leak, as we like to say. Let's go that direction. Maybe there'll be something good in there. Yeah, slime is really hard to come by. So fortunately, there are lots of other ways to get slime. You can make it with create. You can kill jellyfish, cook them. I think that's kind of the easiest way as long as you're near an ocean, which we seem to be. Oh, and here we go. We found a village. And a structure. That right over there is a Valhelsia structure. A player house, I think it's called. And it looks like it's under construction. See, the roof has not finished, and there's scaffolding on it. All right, let's just break the chest and take it. We'll get whatever's in it. Carrots and a hoe. But we are in a hurry. It is getting late. It's 5 o'clock. What do we have in this village? I see right away that we've got an engineer house, which is an immersive engineering edition. Here's some crows from Alex's mobs. You can actually train them to put things in chests for you. We might mess with that. Yeah, so the great thing about the engineer, he will buy empty shells and casings from us. They have wooden storage crates in Immersive Engineering, and every one of these engineer houses has 2 of them. So we will take his crates because they are like early game shulker boxes. Portable storage, which is amazing. We don't want to take his workbench because I think that's his workstation. And it's getting to be nighttime. Can we steal his bed? Just a few more seconds and we can sleep. All right, and that wraps up day 1. Man, the days pass fast and the nights slowly if you're not sleeping. So there's a village. It would be cool to build near here. Let's see. Oh, there's a waystone. Perfect. So we set this waystone. instead of having it called Slammered, let's change its name to Village 1. Uncreative, but we're going to end up with like a ton of these. So we're going to need to have some descriptive names. Okay, good. Here's a librarian here. And he's got a mending book. That's pretty cool. And a bard. This is different. And this etched mod looks like you can create music discs of your own. Okay. So yeah, this looks like the librarian. Yeah. All right. So what we want to do is find a place to live, put down a supply camp, which is from the Minecolonies mod, which is a pretty involved mod. I don't know if I can get out of here. I'm not sure we'll get into Minecolonies at all because it's kind of a game in a game and it's pretty consuming. It's like Sims kind of thing, or Civilization, where you're building a colony and a bunch of NPCs and they build a colony and they have different jobs. But that mod introduces a couple of things, a supply camp and a supply ship. And you can build those pretty easily. And they're a great kind of starter house and they're full of resources. And so that's what we'll do. We'll find a spot. Rice is good to have. Rice is a good early game food source, and potatoes and onions from Farmer's Delight. All right, let's head over to that this player house. Let's see if there's any loot in here. I don't think we want to live here. It's too close to the village. Mobs spawn within like a 6 chunk radius, and we're too close right now. So these Valhelsia structures are pretty cool. There's a lot of different kinds. This is probably the least interesting of them because there's really nothing to it. But let's take some of this wool. We can make a bed. So that's convenient. We won't destroy the house too much. I just don't like destroying structures. Sometimes underneath. Yep. So there's like a crawl space under here. But, aha. What do we got? We've got some iron and gunpowder and gold and a clock. We don't need the lavender. What else can we leave behind? I guess that's it for now. And build ourselves out of here. And what is that noise? All right, there's an alligator. You do not want to mess with them. They're pretty OP. This here is an astral sorcery shrine. It's a small one. There are big ones that have mod beginning, kind of where you put the crafting table initially to start the game. If I had a pickaxe, I could dig under these pillars, and sometimes there's chests that allow you to that get some astral sorcery starting items. But astral sorcery is a big mod, not where we want to start. We probably want to start with something like mechanism, immersive engineering. Okay, so this here is a signpost, but it points to villages. So there's a village 400 blocks that way, and our village that we found so far is 200 blocks that way. So I think a great place, if we look at the map, to build would be like, if this one is here, and that's 200 blocks, and 400 blocks will be like down here somewhere. So if we just kind of build over here, we'll be between 2 villages. So that would be interesting. Put us in a good spot. And like 300 blocks away from each village, which is far enough so that mobs don't spawn there when we're just like working on our base. But we're halfway through day 2. I want to find a place to live and get one of these supply camps down, or a supply ship if we're on water. All right, this is looking like a pretty cool area. It's full of lavender. It's a lavender field. So we'll have some lawn mowing to do. lots of sheep. And again, that other village is down here somewhere. Let's go a little farther south and clear out a little bit more map. This is a really cool spot. There's a cave right there. I like it. So in order to build our supply camp or supply ship, a supply ship needs a pretty big chunk of water, and that is deep. So I don't think either of these two spots of water are big enough or deep enough for that. So let's put this down right here. To make a supply camp, we need 5 chests, which means we need 40 planks, and that we don't have enough. So let's put a few of these things down, that chest as well. And let's get some wood. Birch will do. Some deer. You can kill them, and they drop venison. They also drop antlers, which you can make a hat out of. I can't bring myself to kill them. 7 is not enough. Okay. 14 is enough. Let's just make them all. And make all the chests. And 5 of those becomes a supply camp. And now we need to put the supply camp somewhere that doesn't have any space under it. It needs to be on a flat chunk of land. So when we place this thing, it will tell us that it's okay or not to put it there. So if we just kind of right click with the supply camp, and again, it needs to be, can't have any holes underneath it. This seems like it's in a pretty good spot. But do we like it there? And do we like this wooden supply camp? It looks pretty cool. So you can kind of flip through the different kinds. Hit escape and back up and see what it looks like. That's really cool. Although it would be probably annoying to be climbing up the ladder. So dark oak, and it's getting to be nighttime. This one has, oh, it's kind of a tree house. I like it. I see an emerald. Let's do this one, and because it's getting a little urgent. Not, okay, it didn't like that, so let's try one more time over here. Nope. Okay, that is, we're getting ourselves into trouble here. There we go. We found a spot. And now we can head up into our base. It's got some armor. It's got some racks here with things on them. Some tools. This here is a town hall. So if you're going to do mine colonies, you place this, and that's the starting point. Lots of tools, furnace, bookshelves. Let's set our spawn point and go to sleep. And that wraps up day 2. I think we're going to stop there for this video. We've got our supply camp set up safely in a nice little valley here, and it kind of fits. I like it. There's a creeper. Let's take care of him. And let's stop there, and we'll come back. We'll come back next time for day 3. Leave a comment. Let me know what mods in Valhelsia that you'd like to see us dig into. Thinking, getting started, we need to do some resource collection, but, mechanism, immersive engineering, some of the resource production automation mods we're going to be wanting to get to refined storage. So we're not dealing with, storage issues, with auto crafting, in there. There's so many great mods to jump into. So leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Like the video, please. Helps a lot. Please subscribe and follow along with this new Valhelsia series. Valhelsia 3. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.